Welcome back, my people, and thank you for joining me again, man. It's just a paper boy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you've been here before and you're returning, I appreciate the support. Today, I want to touch on that big decision. And it was probably one of the most important decisions that I've had to make in my life. So yeah, without further ado, man, let's just get into it. There wasn't a big moment. No music, no dramatic speech, no applause. It was just a simple decision. And that decision, for me, it changed everything. Not overnight, of course, not instantly, but permanently. Because people think change happens when your environment shifts, when circumstances improve, when opportunity arrives. But real change, it happens when you decide who you are going to be, regardless of the environment. And I had to learn that the hard way. For a long time, I was waiting. I was waiting for clarity, waiting for timing, waiting for the right conditions, waiting for things to feel different. And when you're in a situation where you feel stuck, waiting, it just feels logical. You convince yourself, when the situation changes, then I'll change. When I get out, then I'll focus. When things calm down, then I'll rebuild. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Nothing actually changes until you do. Circumstances don't create momentum. Decisions do. And I realized that sitting around mentally waiting was just another form of avoidance. Let me speak honestly. As you know, I'm a father. I'm a fiance. When you carry responsibility, pressure hits you different. It's not ego. It's not pride. It's not provision. It's leadership. It's stability. And when you're removed from that role as a provider, it hits deep. It's not loud pain, it's quiet. It sits with you. You question yourself. You question your judgment. You question your identity. You feel like you've let people down. And in those moments, you either make excuses or you make that big decision. There wasn't a motivational video. There wasn't a big conversation. There wasn't someone telling me what to do. It was all internal. A quiet moment where I realized something very clearly. Nobody is coming to fix this for me. Nobody owes me anything. Nobody is responsible for me rebuilding my life except me. So while I was inside, I made that conscious decision. It was a firm one. I decided I would never go back to illegal activity. And it wasn't because I was scared. Not because I would get caught, but because I finally understood the cost. Shortcuts cost more than they pay. And I had already paid enough. I understood that every quick win comes with long-term consequences. Every illegal move eventually collects interest. And the interest isn't financial. It's time. It's your freedom. It's your family. It's your name. And I decided I wasn't paying that price again. That was the moment. No one saw it and no one celebrated it. But it was real. And I've stayed true to that decision. Not because it's easy, because once you decide properly, you build your standards around it. You build your discipline around it. You protect it. Most people live based on how they feel. If they feel motivated, they act. If they feel tired, they delay. If they feel inspired, they move. If they feel low, they pause. But feelings, they're unstable. They change daily. But decisions don't. A real decision is calm. It's controlled. It's not emotional hype. It's quiet certainty. Once I decided, my behavior adjusted, my standards tightened, my circle shifted, My thinking changed, not instantly, but consistently. And consistency builds identity. When you decide properly, you don't just change habits, you change identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who messed up. You start seeing yourself as someone rebuilding. You stop asking, why did this happen to me? And you start asking, who do I need to become from here? And that question is powerful. Because once you focus on who you need to become, your daily actions start aligning. And you stop drifting. You stop reacting. You start moving with intention. And intention creates direction. If you're watching this and you feel stuck, you're probably waiting for confidence, waiting for clarity, waiting for permission, or waiting for a sign. But I'm here to tell you that there won't be one. There will be just a moment, a quiet one, where you realize you're either going to keep repeating patterns or you're going to decide differently. And when you decide, it won't feel dramatic. It will feel calm. It will feel settled. It will feel like responsibility. And responsibility is heavy, but it's powerful. The day I stopped waiting was the day things started moving. Not because the world changed, but because I did. I decided who I was no longer going to be. I decided what I would no longer tolerate from myself. I decided that shortcuts were finished. And I decided to build legally, properly, and slowly if necessary. And once you decide properly, you don't drift anymore. You move with intent. You move with discipline. You move with structure. Not because someone is watching, but because you are. Don't wait for the moment. Become the decision. It's just a paper boy. And I'll catch you on the next one. If you've taken anything away from this episode, please, my people, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you, man.